Thank you. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mayor Carlett.
Here.
Vice Mayor Edwards.
Here.
Councilmember Binsbacher.
Here.
Councilmember Patena.
Here.
Councilmember Finn.
Here.
Councilmember Hunt.
Here.
Councilmember Leone.
Here.
Council Liaison Moulin.
Here.
Council Liaison Held.
Here.
Thank you. This is the final call to submit speaker request forms. If anyone would like to address an issue that's on the agenda, if you would like to speak regarding a non-agenda item, we have speaker request forms in the lobby, or you can pick them up from the clerk, and you will be called on at the appropriate time. First item on the agenda is presentation by the city manager, Mr. Swenson.
No words for you, Bo. Just kidding. Thank you, Mayor Carlett and members of the City Council. This is one of the events that I really look forward to each year. One of really the best things that I think we do in advance of council meetings, and that's to recognize the outstanding work of some of our best employees in the city. And as the council and community are well aware, we have outstanding employees across all of our departments in the city. They're excellent in every way, providing outstanding service to our citizens for great value for the tax money. But there are always each year standouts amongst those great employees. And the way we learn about some of the outstanding work that they do is through this process that gets to the awards that I'm about to present. These awardees have been nominated by their peers and other employees across the organization for exemplary work in several categories. The categories are community involvement, diversity, efficiency, sustainability, and distinguished service. And each of the recipients and teams of recipients that we'll be recognizing tonight have contributed in a way that really stands out amongst all of the fine work of the city. So I will present the first award. Julie Ayers will present an award, Jeff Tyne, Susan DeLuden, and Lisa Estrada. And all of us will be, in turn, presenting awards. And the awardees will ask you to come forward and to receive your award and to have your picture taken by Bo or someone from our community. Is that Bo? You're going to do that? Okay. Camera working? Okay. And to take some pictures that you'll all get later on. And Julie wanted me to remind you that there are boxes for your awards out in the lobby, so as you exit, you can get the box that carries the award. So with that, I'll get into the first one, and it is in the community involvement category. To be recognized in the community involvement category, an employee or group of employees must demonstrate proactive steps to advance the city's position as a leader in the community. This year, the award goes to Peoria Firefighters Charities. Peoria Firefighters Charities held their 2014 Fill the Boot with Books reading program at 5 elementary schools encompassing 477 third grade students. This program encourages kids to read and provides positive role models. Firefighters take time out of their busy days to read to the students, and the students who met the goal of 50 books were treated to a luncheon hosted by the firefighters. Each year, more than 35,000 books, last year, more than 35,000 books were read by the participating students. Danny Camella and Troy Bauer will come up and accept on behalf of the foundation. Gentlemen. Just Danny. Troy's not here, but thank you, Danny. Yeah, here, come on up. You can share it with him nonetheless.
I will.
Good. Thanks again for all the great work.
Thank you.
The next award will be given by Julie Ayers.
Thank you. Recognition in the diversity category is given to an employee or group of employees who position Peoria as a leader in diversity and inclusion. This year, the Diversity Excellence Award goes to Walter Crenshaw. Walter's leadership within the city of Peoria is unmatched by many. He is not only the president of AFSCME, but a member of the Diversity Committee. Walter's leadership demonstrates dedication and commitment to carrying the message of diversity and inclusion among his peers and throughout the organization. He continues to encourage others and motivate them so they might strive to be more inclusive individuals. Walter and the city share the same vision of creating a community that is proud of its diversity, and I'm so pleased to present him this award as a partner in our committee. Thank you.
Julie? Sure, yeah, sure. And Walter, go ahead and say, shake hands with the council. I'm sorry, Danny, I forgot to have you shake hands with the council, but we can do that. That's what happens when you're first, right? Yeah, come on down and do that. All right, you bet. Yeah. Never miss an opportunity to shake the mayor and council's hands, right?
Hey, you know, it's bad when I went to high school with one of them.
Right. And our next speaker is Jeff Tyne.
Well, hello. I wanted to present the Award for Excellence in Efficiency. So the Excellence Award for Efficiency is given to employees who advance the city's position as a leader in responsible stewardship of public resources. And this year, that award goes to the team responsible for the development and implementation of the Excella Citizen Access and the Electronic Document Review pilot project. And they had an ambitious goal. Their effort was to provide a means for our customers here in the city to submit their plans through the review process electronically, and then also to allow our staff to review and comment and even record their information back to these submittees electronically to those customers. A huge customer service opportunity for us and for our residents here. And they also, this group also expanded the amount of permits that are allowed to be submitted online. So we're honored to present this. We have a relatively large group that was involved in this, and so I'll announce your names here if I may. So if we can have the team members of Debbie Gibbs, Carrie Lawler, Tracy Varlin, David Griego, Ned Newcomer, Tim Smothers, and for Tim, Michelle Morency, I think, is going to be accepting the award. Ben Arroyo, Ron Bean, William Beloit, Bob Goodhue, Cheryl Mullis, Mickey Piper, and Melissa Sigmund. So thank you. Thanks for doing it.
Sure. I'll shake your hand later. Got to get a wide angle on this one, though. Congratulations. Now we get to, all right. Thank you. And our next award is for sustainability, and of course, Lisa Estrada will present this award.
The Sustainability Award is given to an employee or group of employees who demonstrate proactive steps to improve environmental sustainability in a way that advances the city's position as a leader in environmental sustainability. This year, the award is given to the team that contributed to the successful outcome of the Sports Complex Stadium improvements, in particular for championing the city's vision for having sustainable building design with its community-minded partners, the San Diego Padres and the Seattle Mariners. The team members receiving this award are Andy Granger, Ed Striffler, Chris Calcaterra, Kathy Sponsel, and of course, Susan Duludun. Please come up.
But I'll introduce you.
For the last 2 days, okay.
And last, but certainly not least, Susan will present our Distinguished Service Award.
Thank you, Carl, and welcome, city employees. It's a good night to be proud of you all and all the work that you do. I know I am, and I know Mayor and Council are. The Distinguished Service Award is a very special award in that it's given to an employee or an employee group that has demonstrated a level of excellence that's exemplary and really over a sustained amount of time. This year, we present this award to Domingo Cadena. Come on down, Domingo. Yes. We present this to him because he has done a lot of great accomplishments for the sweeper operations fleet group. He's reduced the expenditures by an incredible $150,000 in his first year, and to this date, he continues to bring in those costs at $100,000 less every year since he was hired with the city. Domingo also reduced expensive repairs through the application of a diligence maintenance program. So that keeps our fleet out there on the street and operating smoothly, efficiently, and with a cost reduction. Domingo exemplifies the city of Peoria's values, his commitment to his team, his initiative in advancing the operations performance, and his talent in saving money are very strong values here at the city of Peoria, and we congratulate you, Domingo. Thank you.
And that concludes our awards. I would really like to also thank our Human Resources Department, Don Prince and Julie Ayers in particular, and also, all kidding aside, our communications office, Bo, you've done a fantastic job with this as well. And while these are the winners, there were many other award nominees submitted in every category, and they were all very, very equally exemplary in terms of the work that they provided to the city. So tough choices we have every year. Mayor and Council, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Swenson. Well, there is just certainly a lot of reason for Peoria pride. Thanks to all of our employees. You guys are all very well deserving, and we appreciate everything that you do. All right, the next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. These are items listed on the agenda with a C. They are considered routine by the City Council or have been previously addressed by the Council. They will be passed by one motion unless a member of the Council requests that they be removed from the consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from consent? Seeing none, is there a motion? So moved. Second? Second. There's a motion and a second. Council, please vote. Consent agenda passes unanimously. All right, we will now move on to item 17R. This is a public hearing, liquor license, Albertsons number 971, located at 8950 West Bell Road. This is for sampling privileges, Series 09S. Staff
Brent
report?
Mattingly will make the brief presentation.
Thank you, Carl. The properties were posted in accordance with Arizona statutes. All reviewing departments recommend approval. All fees were paid and no comments were received from the public.
Thank you. Council, are there any questions for Mr. Mattingly? I declare this public hearing open. This is a public hearing. Is there anyone who would like to address this issue? Okay, seeing no comments, public hearing is closed. Is there a motion on item 17R? Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Council, please vote. Item 17R passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is 18R, public hearing, commercial solid waste license, Auerbach Waste LLC, 12001 West Peoria Avenue, El Mirage, in accordance with Chapter 22 of the Peoria City Code. Staff report, please.
And Brent will make the staff report as well.
Thank you. Back in 1996, as mandated by Arizona state statute, the City Council of the City of Peoria amended your city code to promote competition for solid waste to allow commercial solid waste collection. Under our code, commercial solid waste companies working in the city must have a license. In order to obtain that license, a commercial solid waste company submits an application for the City Council's consideration of approval. Payment of an annual license fee is also required under the current code, and that annual fee increases each year and has ranged from approximately $2,000 back in 1997 to about $6,600 today. Auerbach Waste has submitted an application, paid the $500 application fee, paid their license fee, and has a current business license. Prior to issuing their license, staff needs to obtain a copy of their current insurance policy. So in terms of the licensing process, after the public hearing this evening, the council should determine whether a license shall be granted or denied. And the code states that if the council shall consider 4 factors in making that determination. The first is the quality of the service provided. The second is the experience, character, and financial responsibility of the applicant and its management and owners. The third is willingness of the applicant to comply with the requirements of the code and the proposed license. And fourth is all requirements imposed by the code, Title 49 of the Arizona Revised Statutes, and any other considerations deemed pertinent by the City Council. Per the City Code, if the council determines to deny an application, your determination must be made by resolution. So it's staff's recommendation this evening that the mayor and council hold the required public hearing and then approve a commercial solid waste license for Auerbach Waste LLC, contingent again on staff's receiving a current copy of the required insurance policy. That's the end of my staff report.
Thank you. Council, are there any questions or discussion for Mr. Mattingly? Mr. Leone?
Yes, thank you. How much money did they pay us for the whole time that they didn't pay us for 8 years?
There was a period of time where, to give a little history there, about 3 years ago, management in the Public Works and Utilities Department recognized that the city had not been licensing commercial solid waste companies since 2007. As a result, Finance Department staff, Public Works Department staff, and the City Attorney's Office, since that time, began pursuing collection from the various commercial solid waste companies. We believe in the case of Auerbach Waste that they've paid their fees for 2014 and 2015. There was question as to whether from 2008 up until 2014, whether they had paid fees each year and in fact were providing commercial solid waste service. City of Peoria finance staff started pursuing collection of that amount and trying to obtain information regarding that amount. If it in fact was for that full period of time from 2008 through 2013, it would have been about $37,000. At the direction of the City Council, the City Attorney's Office then got involved with contacting Auerbach Waste. Auerbach's legal counsel got involved. There were discussions between Auerbach's counsel and our City Attorney's Office, and a settlement was negotiated of $5,000 based upon such things as a statute of limitation applying to this case. So they ended up paying in settlement of that amount for those years $5,000 to the city.
So we lose about $30,000. The taxpayers lose $30,000.
There's
That you're trying to tell us?
There's $30,000. We're estimating, again, that about $30,000 was not collected for those prior years.
So we're not going to collect that money?
Legally, we cannot collect that
But
money.
yet you want us to keep them here in Peoria, when they already 8 years, they haven't paid us until I looked into it, and now they still don't want to pay us, only $5,000, which can't even buy you a cup of coffee and 2 donuts. But yet you want us to vote on this? I can't support this. Thank you.
Council, any further? Yes, Mr. Finn?
I'm sorry, did I understand it to be that we weren't collecting it from any of the entities, or was it just the one that we weren't collecting monies for the past?
We were not billing any of the commercial solid waste companies for that period of time. We worked with all the companies to try and get them licensed and those fees paid. And for Auerbach Waste, this was the conclusion of that effort to try and collect for those years.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I declare this public hearing open. Is there anyone who would like to address this issue? Okay, seeing none. Public hearing is closed. Is there a motion on item 18R? Council? All right, we have a motion and a second. Council, please vote. It passes with Councilmember Leone dissenting. Thank you. All right, the next item on the agenda is call to the public for non-agenda items. If you wish to address the City Council, please complete a speaker request form and return it to the clerk. I have no request forms at this time, so we'll move on to reports from City Manager. Mr. Swenson.
Thank you, Mayor Carlett. Just one report under my category this evening, and it's a report on the recently concluded Earth Day. And Lisa Estrada and John Sefton will dually present the activities. Dually? together, you will present the activities. So.
We brought our banjos. Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and Council. It is our pleasure to be here tonight to provide you with a brief update of last month's Earth Day activities. Oh, am I clicking? Okay, sorry. We had our annual Party for the Planet Earth Day activities and events. All of this could not be made possible without the great work and enthusiasm by various city departments. A special thank you to Community Services, Solid Waste, Environmental Services, and Peoria Police Department.
In recognition of Earth Day and in participation with the City of Glendale and Arizona Clean and Beautiful, the City of Peoria had a Party for the Planet on Saturday, April 18th, and we had over 250 volunteers show up and gear up to get ready to pick up trash and debris from along the New River and the Skunk Creek Trail system. And oh boy, did they find some things. That same morning, we held our Arbor Day tree planting event. We planted 27 trees with the help of our volunteers, and special props to the Peoria Sunset Lions Club and former mayor and his lovely wife, who came out and dug holes and planted trees. And a special thank you to Vice Mayor Edwards, indeed, for reading all of those whereases in the Arbor Day proclamation, which not only renews our commitment to planting trees, but also recognizes all the benefits that trees have and how they contribute to the quality of life in Peoria. Am I doing this one? All right, and we didn't stop there. We went out to the Peoria Main Library, where we have green activities throughout the entire year. However, in recognition of Earth Day, teens had the opportunity to pledge to be greener in 2015. Each leaf has a written commitment stating on how they will exactly do that. By doing so, their name was entered into a prize drawing for either a Don't Be Trashy t-shirt or a Target gift card. And the friends and the staff of Sunrise Mountain Library hosted 175 attendees for the Earth Fest 2015. Everyone enjoyed meeting Rosie the Recycler and the Plastic Bag Monster. The costume was made over 500 plastic bags, representing an individual's average plastic bag usage in 1 year. Free totes were given away by both Kohl's and Sprouts.
This year's Household Hazardous Waste event was well received. Over 500 cars went through and dropped off hazardous items that could otherwise end up in our landfills. From a level of service perspective, the wait time significantly decreased. They also had more than 100 people participate in their online survey, showing a 99% approval rating. Also, since January, the bulk trash pickup has collected over 1,000 tons of items and serviced 7,286 homes. We know that bulk trash pickup does curb illegal dumping and helps residents get rid of the items that don't generally fit in their trash cans. During the Sustainable U workshop, led by Eric Wilson, a right-of-way contract supervisor and the city's certified arborist, participants learned the fundamentals of tree installation, initial care, growth, development, and the benefit of trees for the homeowner and the community. At the completion of the hands-on class, Peoria residents received a free desert-adapted tree to take home. And speaking of Eric Wilson, Eric is now the City of Peoria's official garden guru. As you can see, his service has already received a lot of attention and sincere appreciation from residents. Eric is happy to share his knowledge, expertise, and passion for desert gardening. And I'd like to draw your attention to the one on the right. It's probably one of my favorites. There's so many to be able to include here, but he's the answer to a prayer, and I don't know what to say. It's really cool.
That's great, and all of our presentations typically have a call to action, and this is what that one is. Let's search Sustain and Gain on Facebook and like us. Peoria has been consistently successful in receiving numerous opportunities to share our story with Peoria residents and the Valley-wide. Fox 10 News and Channel 12 covered the River Trail cleanup and the Sunrise Mountain Earth Fest activities. We thank Bo and Jen Stein for their creativity and promotions on this as always. And we had an amazing support from our digital media as well as local newspapers. And we've got a quick clip from one of our TV stations.
Earth Day is this upcoming Wednesday, but already the city of Peoria is getting to work. Peoria hosted the 6th annual Party for the Planet event today. Of course, it is in recognition of Earth Day. People who took part picked up trash and debris along the New River and Skunk Creek Trail systems.
It feels good. It feels good knowing that we are taking a part of the community and we're cleaning up the river and we're doing, a good deed. And at the end of the day, when we go home to rest, we know that we were out here picking up the river. So when we're driving by the freeway, we know we did something to make a difference in the world.
Peoria teamed up with the City of Glendale and the Arizona Clean and Beautiful organization for this event. Jackie Ochoa, 12 News.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention one very important topic to us, and that is April as Water Awareness Month. We took this opportunity to feature several tips for conserving water on the city's Sustain and Gain Facebook page. And that is the conclusion of our presentation. As always, we appreciate your leadership, your vision, and support for sustainability throughout the city of Peoria. Thank you.
And that's all for my report.
Thank you. All right, now we're going to move on to reports from City Council and start with Youth Council Liaison Helt.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I am happy to report that there is 2 weeks left of school. That's good. I want to also congratulate Ian on his for going to college to Harvard. Yeah, good for you. One day I hope to be like you, so keep up the good work. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Leone?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, on the 23rd, I attended the grand opening at the Public Safety Building. We were given a tour of the public safety future installations. They did a great job on it. If you haven't been there to see it yet, go down, take a look at it. And it's a lot safer than it was before. So I want to congratulate the staff who worked on it and the construction workers who did the job. They just did a tremendous job. Also, Chief Rios took us a tour on his building inside there. It was amazing how many offices he has there, and they're all empty. I wonder if he's ever going to fill them up. On Saturday the 25th, I attended the Relay for Life at the sports complex, and I walked around the track with my wife and all the other cancer survivors. Many families spent their night there and walked the race for cancer. The cancer is a deadly thing that we have to keep fighting on. The weather wasn't all that great. There was a lot of people there, but it was really windy, and we thought it might rain. But anyway, it was a great event. They have it every year, and I generally go every year, so it's something that we all should get involved in and help fight this cancer. Also on Sunday the 26th, I attended the event at Osuna Park. It was given up by Irvin Cartwright and the Black History. And again, it was a great event. And again, but problem was that it was windy and it rained for a little bit in the afternoon before we got there. And that's always a good event. And I feel bad because all the work they done to it, and they didn't get as many constituents there as they would hope. But it did turn out great. Also on Thursday, on the 28th, I attended the SWAG spring event at the sports complex, and I want to congratulate Officer Cousins, who did a great job organizing it. He has this for the last few years, and there were 7 schools there, and each school had a bus to go to the baseball game. And I want to thank the police department and also Peoria Police Department, Peoria Police Department, and also the Glendale Police Department, and they all went on the bus with the kids to the baseball game. Right after they had their pizza, and if you know, I think the Diamondback lost 3 in a row, but when our kids went there, they finally won a game. Thank you. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Hunt?
Yes, it's been a good 2 weeks since we've been here, and on Saturday, I attended the Park Fest at Sweetwater Park. Park Fest is always fun, that's all you can say about it. Plenty of room for the kids to spread out, so not big, long lines, and just really, really good entertainment. It was a fun time. Bike rodeo, again, the police gave away helmets to the kids that participated, and free food. It was nice. And then on Saturday and Sunday afternoon, I attended the Cinco de Mayo book sale over here at Main Library, and that's put on by the Friends of the Peoria Public Library. And those ladies were so tired after putting out all those books, but there were lots of kids in there choosing books, and on Sunday they got great value. Everything that was already priced like 50 cents was now 25 cents. So some happy kids and some happy adults too. So kudos to the Friends of the Library, and especially to the ladies who worked that event for 2 days there. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Finn.
Yeah, just real quickly, I just want to echo what Vicki said about the Park Fest. That was fantastic. I want to thank all the city staff for what you did. Great presence with police department, fire department out there. The band was great. Everything was fantastic, and I want to thank you all for all your efforts on that. That was a great, great event and great turnout. That's it.
Youth Council Liaison Mullane.
Thank you, Mayor. Actually, just this last evening, I had the distinct privilege of hearing the Mayor's remarks yesterday at the Sun City Elk Lodge's Most Valuable Student Scholarship Reception, which is very, very, a really nice event, seeing a lot of young people, especially young students in the city of Peoria, really, really do well and really succeed. I mean, a lot of them had been receiving scholarships and awards for various and different, projects, different things that they had done around the community, and it was just awesome seeing the great, great, great youth that we have here. And then on a side note, I know that civic youth engagement is very, very important to the city. And so what we decided to do is that I go kind of have various meetings with the superintendent of the Peoria Unified School District, and especially with upcoming seniors upon graduating, they have a senior checkout list. And with this year, it's going to be the first year, and it's going to be ongoing on every single senior checkout list. We talked about this, and he thought it was a great idea, and the various other student body presidents across our city thought it was a good idea too. On every senior checkout list, which they have to turn in before they're allowed to leave the school, there will be a kind of one of the items there is to register and sign up to vote, which we think is really, really great, of encouraging, all of those seniors to register, to be kind of informed of what's going on. Of course, we cannot require it to graduate, but it is going to be on that senior checkout list, so at least they know and they have the availability to sign up and register to vote, which I think is really, really important. And of course, the city of Peoria knows it's very, very important to encourage young people to really get involved in the democratic process. So those are two things that I want to touch on, and thank you so much, Mayor, and everyone have a great week.
Okay, Councilmember Patena.
Thank you, Mayor. I think everybody knows that in my previous life, I was a long-time city employee. And one of the things that I used to say while I was an employee was that the city of Peoria employees were among some of the hardest working, most dedicated people that I've ever been around. I've been retired almost 6 years now, but I still feel the same way. They genuinely care about the citizens. Oftentimes I'm out in the public, and what I hear is that the city staff was easy to work with, that they all sincerely wanted to address our citizens' issues, and oftentimes they received more than one callback from city employees. I think that's a testimony to the dedication of all of our employees. The accomplishments you heard today were quite amazing, and congratulations to all the people that received awards, and please keep up the good work. There's no denying that I am a big fan of Park Fest, and the last one was at Sweetwater Park in Councilmember Finn's district. And for those people who may be watching this evening, if you have a chance and there's one in your neighborhood or near your neighborhood, please take the time to go and be part of it. It's a fun event. It's a chance for neighbors to get together. There's a lot of things for kids to do. There's free food generally. There's music, bungee jumping and cords, and bouncy houses, all kinds of good stuff. So this one was no different. It was a great event. Thanks to Community Services for pulling another one off, and great job. So thank you all.
Thanks, Vice Mayor.
Nothing.
All right. Well, I would just like to add a couple things. Yes, it's true, I was at the Elks Awards Youth Appreciation Dinner last night, and gosh, they award these kids for their outstanding service for all kinds of things, essay contests, sporting tournaments, but they also have a large segment of scholarships for overachieving, I don't want to say overachievers, students like Ian. You know, I just really can't congratulate you enough. You make Peoria look great. You know, tonight we've heard him, and he excels as being a youth council liaison. Last night we saw him excel as being a senior student at his high school. He not only got a scholarship from the Elks, he also got a State of Arizona scholarship, and he's headed for Harvard. You know, so we just have to say we really grow them well in the city of Peoria, don't we? So congratulations again to you, Ian. We are so proud of you. And also congratulations to the city of Peoria employees. We are so proud of you too. You really make our city who we are. You touch our citizens and you make us all look good. And we love living here because of the quality of life that we have, and you are the ones who deliver that. So thank you. We just cannot tell you enough what a difference you make. And so with all of that said, we are adjourned.